Welcome to this presentation of the Rotary Club of North Bethesda, Maryland, USA. Our club was established in 1974. We meet every Friday morning at 7:45 a.m., and we often invite guest speakers to give presentations on all kinds of interesting subjects. Please contact us through our website at nbrotary.org. And thanks for watching. Our 3-minute speaker for today is Dr. Bruce Fowler. Dr. Fowler is a consultant for Toxicology and Risk Assessment and an Adjunct Professor at Emory University. In this talk, he explains why coral reefs are so important to our planet.
I'm happy to be here with you all. So I want to talk to you about reefs and why reefs are important. And so when you see something about reef bleaching on the news, this is why I'm going to try to give you some context here, maybe. In 3 minutes, everything you need to know about reefs. Okay, they're essential components of our planet. They're part of our ecosystem, but they form the foundation for a number of species of animals. And they also provide shore protection for many coastlines because they break up waves that otherwise can come in. And I'll finish up with that harmonic. And they are really important in terms of removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Coral skeletons, like these corals, these are hard corals, are largely calcium carbonate. There's a lot of carbonate in them. Now, this, and I'll get back to him in a minute, this is a fish looking for lunch amongst the corals. Okay, next slide. Okay, there are different kinds of reefs. Rocky reefs, though these are found up in Maine, in the West Coast, Washington State, Oregon, places like that. But same idea. These are pieces of rocks that are left out in the ocean, and the waves break against them. They provide some protection for the coastline, and erosion. But they also provide homes for a variety of species. Corals. These are perhaps the most well-known, and there are two kinds generally, hard and soft. Okay, the hard ones are the ones that make the reefs, that provide the ones you just saw. Soft ones are called alcinarian corals, which are the pretty ones. I'll show you those in a minute. And then there are sand reefs. You can actually, if you pile up a lot of sand, you can break up the waves coming in. Next slide. Okay. This, should you ever want to know it, is an adult male slingjaw wrasser. And he's looking for lunch. He's capable of extending his mouth parts about 8 to 10 inches down into scoop up. Kind of looks like a big Slurpee. Okay, cool fish. But anyway, he's on a hard reef. This is in Miyako Island in the East China Sea. But still, you can see that it's hard, but there are also critters that live down in those crevices, which is why he's there. Next slide. Okay, This is from the Red Sea. This is actually a mixed coral reef. These little guys are called seaguldies, or Anthias is the scientific name. Two things to note. There are nice flower-like things growing all over them. There are also holes in the coral, and people live in there. Okay, these are homes for many different kinds of species. And you'll note the green color. Many of the corals have a symbiotic algae that lives with them and provides energy. So when they talk about bleaching of reefs, it's really the loss of these algae. Next slide. Okay. Other thing about reefs is that they're places where people can go to fish. Now, this particular fish is a punk tiger shark. Yes, I was busy at the time. Anyway, he's broken off, obviously, from a fisherman, but nonetheless, reefs. If it's like Willie Sutton and Banks, why did you rob banks? Because that's where the money is. Fish go to reefs because that's where the food is. Next slide, real quick. I'm going to finish this up. Okay. Now, this is what happens if you don't have reefs. Okay. These are bull sharks in the lower level escalator mall, the shopping mall in Florida. Okay. And they're hanging out. Lots of people like to hang out in malls, and so do the bull sharks. But I would note in ending that shoplifting and break-ins are way down.
Thank you, Bruce.
Okay.